In the misty lochs and dark winding rivers of ancient Scotland, a chilling legend warned of a creature of immense beauty and deadly malice. The Kelpie, the shape-shifting water horse, often appearing as a magnificent steed, lured travelers to a watery grave. Its true horror, however, was not just its strength, but a psychological curse born of a profound violation: the legend of the Kelpie. This was a curse that entangled the soul, slowly pulling its victim into a cold, watery obsession from which there was no return. Our story begins with Elara, a young, headstrong woman from a village nestled near a dark, foreboding loch. Elara, filled with youthful arrogance, dismissed the old tales of the Kelpie, believing them to be silly folklore meant to frighten children. She often boasted of her bravery, claiming she would never fall for such a simple trick. Her confidence was a challenge to the unseen forces of the loch. One evening, as Elara walked by the water, she saw it, a stunning black horse with a glistening mane, its hide sleek and wet, standing placidly on the shore. It was the most beautiful creature she had ever seen. Dismissing the Kelpie legends as she had always done, she approached it, mesmerized. As she reached out to stroke its head, the horse neighed softly and seemed to invite her to ride. For a moment, the Kelpie's magic worked, filling her mind with a euphoric sense of freedom and bliss. But just as she was about to mount, a fleeting image of her family flashed in her mind, a final anchor to her world. She recoiled, pulling her hand back just in time. The horse neighed in frustration, then vanished into the dark waters with a silent splash. Elara had not been physically claimed, but a different kind of horror began. The Kelpie's curse was now upon her. The memory of the horse haunted her. A pervasive icy cold clung to her bones that no hearthfire could warm. She grew distant from her family, her mind consumed by the thought of the horse and the serene bliss it had offered. The loch, once just a body of water, became an obsession. She would spend hours staring at its dark surface, feeling an irresistible pull. The curse was an insidious psychological horror, slowly eroding her love for her family and her joy in life, replacing them with a chilling, unending longing for the cold water. Driven to despair by her mental decline and the silent sorrow of her family, Elara sought the counsel of the village wise woman. The wise woman explained that Elara's arrogance had invited the Kelpie's attention, and her fleeting touch had sealed the curse. The Kelpie was a spirit of the water's cold solitude, and it was now slowly drawing Elara's soul into its own empty realm. The only way to break the curse was not to fight the Kelpie, but to offer a profound and selfless act of atonement to the loch, a ritual to sever her spiritual connection to its cold heart. Humbled and broken, Elara made a desperate decision. She crafted a wooden horse from a branch of a rowan tree, a sacred wood. She returned to the loch alone, not to be a victim, but to confront her curse. She placed her handmade horse at the water's edge and began to sing a song of profound sadness, a lament not just for herself, but for the lonely, soulless nature of the Kelpie itself, with tears streaming down her face. She cut her hand and let a few drops of her blood fall into the water, a final selfless offering to the loch's spirit, giving a piece of herself to buy her soul's freedom. As her blood touched the water, a profound stillness fell over the loch. The icy cold left her bones, and the obsession was replaced by a sense of melancholic peace. The Kelpie's curse was finally broken. Kayla lived the rest of her life as a quiet, respectful member of her community, forever marked by her ordeal. The legend of the Kelpie endures as a grim reminder that some curses are not brought by a monster's strength, but by its insidious psychological hold, and that even the coldest lochs can be warmed by a selfless act of true heart. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video.